I love it.
Yesterday's best rock today.
Help! I need somebody. Help!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Just a Guy with a Beer. This is Scott Fryer, your host for Just a Guy with a Beer, and it is episode number 15. It's October 14th, 2020, the year of the mask. The year of the mask. And I have a very special guest here tonight. I have the Greek Freak in the house, Niko Alevras. And we are here to talk beer. We're here to talk the veteran community. We're going to talk about more beer. We'll talk about things that we love, America.
That's right.
And anything else that comes up. So welcome. I appreciate you joining us tonight. Should be a great show. I know it's a different night. Normally I do Mondays, but we had some scheduling stuff. So I wanted you to make sure that you got on the show. I really wanted to have you as my guest. So I'm all about making concessions for special guests. So Nick, welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you very much. Truly honored to be here. Truly honored to be here. And this is huge for me.
Yeah.
Scott is the man.
Yeah. Listen, I've been doing this now. Like I said, this is my 15th episode. And it seems like every single week we get better. And it's a lot more fun, and I'm really enjoying doing this. And then when I have somebody that I enjoy, like yourself, on, makes it even more fun. So let's get to it, man. So first of all, I want to ask you, why did they call you the Greek Freak?
Because I used to do a lot of dumb stuff when I was a kid, up until probably, 2 years ago.
Yeah, so you're still a kid, right? So
still a kid. I'll always be a kid.
Okay, so yeah, I heard some stories, man. I heard. Nobody would elaborate. Nobody would really elaborate and say what
they're not true.
Yeah, nothing is true. Nothing. It never happened, and I was never here. Right. So obviously, you're Greek, so that's why they call you the Greek Freak.
Absolutely.
And you did some time. You were born in Greece, correct?
I was.
Okay, yeah. So you moved here when?
September 11th, 1976.
Wow.
So it's kind of a bittersweet day.
Yeah.
But that was, almost 45 years ago.
Yeah, almost. Jeez, almost time flies, man.
Yeah,
I was like 6 years old then.
Yeah. Came here. We had the opportunity to come here. My uncle brought us here for a better life. Truly, the American dream has happened to my family.
That's awesome, and I love stories like that, man. But you went back home.
I did. Right after high school. Actually, I had an eye disability, and the U.S. Army wouldn't take me. I want to go to airborne.
Right.
And no matter what I did, they just I get it now as an older gentleman. It's a business, and I was pissed.
Yeah, I bet.
I told my dad, I'm like, I want to do my paperwork. I want to serve in the Army. That's all I ever wanted to do. He goes, Nick, it's not what you think. I'm like, help me out, Dad. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So I did, and I went into the Greek Army. I was part of the 98th mechanized infantry unit.
Tanks.
Awesome. Lots of tanks, minefields.
Yeah.
I volunteered for everything.
Were you that guy with like the little plastic shoulders with the little minesweeper hand guy? So you guys walked. Yeah.
My forte was to booby trap mines.
Wow.
Yeah, little bouncing betties, blow off an arm or a leg here and there.
What I always said, like, people are like, oh, our prisons are overcrowded. And I said, well, you get those guys that are overcrowding, like guys who are in prison for life or they're death row guys. You know what you do? We're like, look, man, we're going to send you overseas. We're going to send you to Afghanistan. We're going to send you to Iraq. Okay, if you go there, you can go there for 6 months. And if you can make it back after 6 months, then your sentence is commuted. We're done. You're good. You're free to go.
I think that's a great idea.
But there's a caveat to all that. Your job is going to be, you're going to go find IEDs for our soldiers. So they're not the ones getting blown up. We're going to give you a stick and a flak jacket, and you're going to go find IEDs on the side of the road.
You remember Dirty Dozen?
Yeah.
That's exactly a prime time.
But I don't know. It hasn't caught on. No, I guess that's cruel and unusual, but hey, whatever.
It's fair.
Their victims didn't get an option of that, right?
No, exactly.
So,
you're still getting 50-50 shot.
Yeah. If you make it 6 months, man, you're free to go. You had 17 consecutive life sentences. All you got to do is make it through 6 months in Afghanistan, dude. You're good to go. All right. So, hey, I appreciate your service, brother. I mean,
thank you very much.
Listen, we serve the ones who serve. It doesn't matter where you served. It doesn't matter. Even if I grew up in the Cold War times, and we were taught, and when I was a young kid growing up, especially when I was growing up in the submarine force, that the Russians, man, those were our enemies.
Yep.
Like you hated the Russians, but you have a bond, right? You have that bond. The service members, right? You bond with other tank guys and other Army guys. I bond with submarine guys or any veteran. It doesn't really matter because you all did the same thing, man. They all chewed the same dirt.
Right.
And
it's what's in your heart.
It is. It is what's in your heart. And, real recognizes real, dude. So thank you for your service. And no matter if it wasn't the United States, brother, you did what you had to do and you served, man. That's an honorable thing.
Thank you.
So thanks for that. And being a tank dude is badass. And I'm just saying, if I was going to go in the Army, I want to drive a tank.
Well, I didn't really get to drive a tank. I was that poor little guy running next to the tank.
Still, though, you're still. Hey, listen, I looked at your thing and it said 98th Mechanized Infantry. That's awesome.
Like that.
You don't even have to tell. Yeah, I wasn't really that guy. Heck yeah, I was in the tank.
But
got to ride in the tank.
I did get to ride some cool stuff.
That's awesome. But that's good, man. And I've been to Greece. The Navy offered me the opportunity. I didn't go to the mainland. I was in Crete, in Hania. Yeah. And, dude,
that Ike? Drinking that Ike?
Sometimes too much. But let me just tell you, I still have dreams about the food.
Yeah,
like
it's
dude,
incredible.
Like there's one spot, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name. It was right on in the harbor there in Hania, and it was a little restaurant. We got to know the owner really, really well. And of course, there was a lot of military U.S. servicemen there because we had the little base there.
Yep.
And we'd go there and we get the same thing. We get the meat platter, and they bring out the meat, and it was like first they bring out all the olives, the green olives, the black olives, the fresh ones, the olive oil ones. Dude, that's a meal in itself.
It is a meal.
But then they bring out this giant platter, and it's got lamb, it's got beef, it's got pork, it's got chicken, and all different flavors. And man, there's nothing better. It's nothing better. That's a beautiful country, man. And then, you go out at night, you hit the town, you hit this bar, that bar, you have a couple, 2 or 3 Chardonnays, then you head back, and then you can't not pass a kebab stand. Right? You got the dude shaving off got the electric knife, and he's shaving the stuff right into your friggin' to the pita bread, and you're just like, yo,
it's a perfect late night snack.
Yeah. We used to to the point where we'd have like a softball game on the base, and we'd send somebody out to go out and just go out and get like 50 of those things and bring them back.
Go to Dimitri's place.
Dude, I've had gyros and kebabs around in the States.
Doesn't do it justice.
Not the same, dude. It's not the same.
If you want a really good one, you got to go to Boston or New York City.
Yeah, I will do that because I've always I'll go to the city and I'll eat the falafel and I'll eat all that other stuff.
We should organize a little veterans trek to get some Greek gyros.
Let's go to Boston. Listen, I'm a New Yorker. I grew up in North Jersey, Jersey Shore. I could see New York from the beach where I grew up.
Let's go to Boston.
Listen, I love Boston. It's a big city with a small town feel.
Yes, it does.
Plus, if you want to go bar hopping, you don't have to walk 15 miles to go from bar to bar.
It's true.
Right? So you go to Boston, like all the cool places are like all within stumbling distance when you go. So yeah, man, we can do like a Just a Guy with a Beer roadshow, dude. Let's do it. Let's write it down. Let's go.
I can reach out to a couple buddies that work for some big breweries there and get a little tour of get some suds in our glass.
Let's do it.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so you brought some awesome beer tonight. We're going to get to that in a minute. But before you explain it, you own a pretty awesome spot yourself. I've been there. I know it. A lot of our friends, people that are watching the show, you guys have been to Two Brothers. This is the man right here, you and your brother. So talk to us about
my brother Alex and I. Yeah.
Talk to us about Two Brothers, how you got started, and how far you've come since then.
Well, we started off in Colchester, Connecticut, where the original Family Pizza used to be over at where the Red Rose Cafe is now. That's my uncle's place. So our lives started there. My dad worked in the kitchen. My mom worked in a nursing home. Over time, my parents worked really hard, saved some money, and we got another little place in Colchester called Manny's Pizza on Route 16. And then years later, Papa Z's, something bigger, and that's where the legacy, I guess you could say, continued.
That's a great spot, man.
And we used to own a liquor store.
Okay.
And at the time, we're working 2 young guys, not making enough money. So my mom's like, you need to open up a restaurant. I found a perfect location in Salem, Connecticut. I'm like, Mom, there's nothing in Salem. She goes, there's people, Niko. There's people in Salem. There's families.
Yeah. There's
I'm like,
cows.
I was like, all right. And we opened up the little spot. It was 8-10 tables for like 10 years. And then we had the opportunity to actually expand and put in the bar, and the rest is history.
I will say, now for my beer friends listening out there, Two Brothers Pizza, Two Brothers, it's Two Brothers Pizza, Two Brothers Family.
Yeah, Two Brothers Pizza
Two
Restaurant.
Brothers Pizza Restaurant, right? It's in Salem, Connecticut, right? So you local folks or people that are just passing through, it's easy access off the highway. You're right off Route 85.
Yep.
In Salem, on the Salem Circle, not the Four Corners anymore.
Yeah,
it's the Salem Circle, right? And if you're from Jersey, you know how to navigate those circles, right?
That is true.
So you know how to navigate those things. I see people like panic when they get in those things, but for me, it's like nothing, easy day. So I grew up where I grew up in Jersey. I grew up in a town called Eatontown, and they had like the most dangerous traffic circle in America. It was the Eatontown Circle, and you know how like the one in Salem has like 4 different ways to get it. Yeah, this had like 22.
Oh my!
It was coming. You had like 7 different highways. You had 17. You had 35. You had 36. You had all these different highways merging into each other. You could go to the mall. You could go to the movie theater, the pizza place.
Why would
Deadly.
you create something death trap like that?
That's why I'm such a good driver, man. I can went through and navigate it with ease, dude. Not even a problem. So yeah, listen. If you're gonna go out to eat and you're in that area, hit up Two Brothers. The food is fantastic. Your beer selection is amazing.
I'm pretty methodical. When it comes
You
to
got
that.
some great beers right now. What do you got on tap right now? Give me a couple things you got. Good shit right now. You got on tap.
Okay. Not often I get some New England brewing. I got the Double Sea Hag.
Ooh.
Always have 2 different beers from Fox Farm Brewing. Right now is a Burst and Varied.
Okay, yeah, Verid's good. Burst is double burst
Yep.
is my favorite.
I've been keeping some keepers. I like to age stouts for like 2, 3, 4 years and then throw them on.
Yeah.
A lot of sours. I got some banging Alvarium. They're strawberry. Lemon.
Listen, that's one of the best spots. I'm trying to get them. Anybody knows Alvarian people, hook me up, man. I'm trying to get them.
I'll send you Brian's number. Brian Bugnacki, fantastic human being.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them to come on the show. I'll travel to them.
Yep.
We'll go do a show out in Britain.
They're fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just some really winners. Try to get some gems where, wherever you can. But you got to do your homework.
Yeah, you got to know the beer, man.
You got to build relationships.
That's the most important
help
thing.
Each other out.
That's how you build a successful business. Obviously by having great food, which you guys do, and having a good beer selection, which you guys do. But it's about building relationships, not just with your customers, but with your clients too, the people that bring you your food, the people that you get your beer from. It's all about that, man. And that's and I think that's probably a testament to why you guys have been around so long, because you're a great dude, man, and you guys do great stuff there. And that's part of it too. You walk in there and it feels like your family.
And that's it. That's what we've always thrived on, is like you're not just another number here. We actually care about who comes through the door. We care about our staff. We care about the community. We're in it all together. One hand feeds the other.
Yeah.
If you see somebody that needs a hand, whatever, regardless of what it is, help them.
Yep.
With no return. You don't need return.
And I will honestly tell you that I've never, ever, ever heard anybody say, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of Two Brothers. Everybody that I know that ever been there was like, yo, that place slaps. It's the best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And if there is, it's okay.
Yeah, you're not gonna make everybody happy.
Yeah, right? It's okay. Everybody has their preference, and then what are you gonna do? We're all human.
That's correct. Like, if you don't like it, there's a million other places to go. But your place is on the map, dude. It's awesome. It's Two Brothers Pizza, and on Route 85 in the Salem Circle in Salem, Connecticut. So check them out. Go check it out. If you like Greek food, they got plenty of Greek food. If you like the pizza, my favorite is the chicken parm. Not to anybody who knows me, a surprise. The pizza's good, but all your food, you got great comfort food, man. I was just telling Nick before we came on the air that I like going there when it's cold out, because it's a smaller place and it's cozy. I like to get that comfort food, man. Yeah. You're sitting there and it's warm in there, and you get your comfort food and you got a dark beer. I can't wait till the winter, man. We can go. Hopefully,
I'm excited.
the COVID doesn't shut us down again. So
I'll pitch a tent outside.
There you go. We'll do it. We'll do it. So you brought a special beer for us tonight, and anybody who knows me, they know that I'm a big advocate for veterans because I'm a veteran and I care about the cause.
Yes.
And that's how we met. We met on the Silkies hike.
Correct.
We've probably seen each other 8 million times in the last however many years.
Yeah, didn't make the connection.
Didn't make the connection, but we met at the Silkies hike.
Plus, Scott was probably one of the best dressed ones here. There.
Yeah.
Very patriotic.
Yeah, I try to do that. That's what I'm about. That's how I roll.
I want to hang out with that guy.
That's how I roll. I try to be not obnoxious, but I try to stand out when I do things like that.
Good.
So
it's awareness.
You brought this beer for us, and something that you carry at the restaurant. We ended up talking about this.
Yes. So my friend David Cooner, he owns One Family Brewing in Lovettsville, Virginia. He's in the process of building his own brewery, Funk Brewing, which is good friends with him. Decided, they helped each other out. They brewed the beer. The Fallen is a series of 4 different cans of all the names from all parts of the United States. Personally, back before Memorial Day, it was a donation, $4 a flag. All the flags were put on the property with a giant cross that some military vets had erected with a flag of anybody, family members, friends, people you don't even know. The flags are all there. They stayed till Memorial Day. Well, all those flags that were purchased and that money was donated to the Gold Star Memorial Fund that David Cooner put on the property, the Herschel Woody Williams, I think it is, Foundation. So all the money went to that. I have 16 names that I purchased. One of them is on this can today. Can you say that word because I was screwing it up?
Posthumously, yeah.
So he was the first Medal of Honor recipient from Connecticut. He's from South Windsor, Connecticut. He was killed in Afghanistan. He was combat air traffic. I don't really know the specifics of combat controller. So he called in airstrikes.
Yeah. He was the little plastic soldier with the radio on his back. Yeah.
So he held off I believe 3 waves of insurgents on top of a mountain in Afghanistan. Critically wounded. He ended up dying, but his story is absolutely stunning. I get goosebumps every time I talk about it. So Chappie is, as he was referred, John Chapman. He's featured on this particular can.
That's awesome.
And other cans that from even friends of friends from Connecticut that are posted on those cans. So it's a series of IPAs, West Coast style. I have to say that David Cooner was truly a humbling, genuine man. I personally think heaven sent him down to help veterans and their families.
That's awesome. That's great. And I hope that I get to meet him. I'd like to have him come on.
Me too.
So if he's listening, Dave, I'd like to have you come on and talk about this because we talked about before the show that I have some big things going to come up for veterans next month, especially around Veterans Day.
Could I'd like to give a shout out actually to my friend Adam Arpin. He works for Breskin Barton. He's one of the reasons. He actually is the reason why it's in Connecticut.
Nice.
Adam is also 248th engineers out of National Guard here in Connecticut.
Heck yeah.
He served proudly here.
Wow. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome, man.
And he owns Fireside Pizza down in Groton.
Yeah. That's really?
Yeah.
That's another great spot, man.
Adam Arpin is
right off 12 there. Yeah. Around the corner.
Beautiful human being. And he does so much for the community.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. That's good, man. That's like we were talking about our circle, how our circle keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. People that we know and we love and respect.
Just connecting the dots with other good people.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. So this is the Fallen.
Yes, sir.
And it's made by Funk Brewing.
Correct.
And it's a West Coast style IPA. And it's a 6.0. The ABV is only 6.
Yep.
And it's only a 50 IBU. So if you don't know what IBU is, it's International Bitterness Unit. The higher the number, the more bitter the beer. So 50 is a good number. Well, last week on the show, we talked about IBUs.
Yep.
And I had a friend sent me some from Florida called 0 F's given. ZFG. It was ZFG on the can. It's a very cool can. I've been wanting this for months, and she sent me some for my birthday.
Fantastic.
And it was a 0 IBU beer, which I'd never had.
Me neither.
It was delicious. It was like literally, it was like drinking some juice, man.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it was very good. So this is 50 IBUs, which still, that's middle of the road. I mean,
yeah, it's got a nice little, fruity background, but it still has that pine hop bitterness.
yes.
As West Coast style IPAs do.
Yes. The difference between an East Coast IPA is really like a New England IPA. They're less hoppy, more juicy.
It's like I refer them to as juicy fruit gum with hops.
They are. It's exactly what it's a glass of juice with hops in it. West Coast IPAs tend to be pineier, like with the Simcoes, and they tend to be darker as well. Yep. So I'm very excited that you brought this.
So it says
excited
here,
to try it.
Pleasant bitterness, intense citrus, tropical flavors, combination of Amarillo, Centennial, Azacca, and Columbus hops.
Yes, there you go. All very, very good hops. So that's one of the things I like about beer. Like people always, they hate on IPAs. They hate on because that's what people drink, man. Like you can't knock a brewery for wanting to be successful by producing something that people are going to drink. Everybody likes something different, but IPAs are popular. But there's so many variants, so many varieties.
When somebody says I hate IPAs, because for me, if something like that happens, it's because their friends love IPAs and threw them in the mix. They've been drinking Bud Light their whole lives. All of a sudden, they throw them a big hop bomb of bitterness, and then
they're like,
all of a sudden they hate it.
Yeah,
and they're like, "No, I don't like IPAs."
Because they're not drinking the right ones.
Exactly.
Right?
Baby steps into building your palate.
If you like beer, there is an IPA for you.
Yes.
It may not be the hoppiest. It could be something that's more citrusy and more fruity.
Yep.
Or something. I like hazy beer. I love hazy beer, man. Treehouse spoiled me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've learned since I've been doing the show and meeting some awesome people at Epicure and these guys and Outer Light and Niantic Public House. I've had an opportunity to try some things that are out of my comfort zone. I love all beer, especially cold and free are my favorites. But I always stick with the things that I love, like IPAs. I like sour. I've learned to like sours.
Yeah, me too.
But IPAs are where I go, and pilsners. And I like European beer, which I've kind of gotten away from. But I always try to come back to it because this time of year is like the best time of year for European beers.
I was kind of overdoing it with IPAs, and honestly, the last few months I've gone back to drinking lagers and pilsners.
It kills your taste buds, man.
After a while, it hurts your stomach too. So in moderation, because Doug Capazzi from Guardians of the Purple Heart,
he's watching, by the way. What's up, Doug?
Hello, Dougie. He helped me start Connecticut Beer Chugs page. So it's a private group.
All right.
And we chug beer, funnel beer, down beer, whatever you want to do. But I do it, I guess, in a quirky way. I always put on a helmet or I make a stupid video at the restaurant. And I chug beers and I try to promote them and like you and get people aware. And if they don't have it, they can't get it, let me know. I'll send it to you.
You got people.
I'll send it to you. I'll bring it over to your house.
So this is the Fallen?
This
we talked about from Funk Brewing?
One Family Brewing and Funk Brewing.
Awesome. Thanks for bringing this, bro.
Thank you.
So cheers to all the men that are on this can.
Yep.
This is the Fallen. So it's got their name and their rank and their date that they sacrificed. So
let none be forgotten.
Oh yeah. Yo, that's so good.
Right?
Wow.
It's got a great palate.
But at first you get like the hoppiness, but then it finishes like super sweet.
Yep.
And you get the tropical. That's really good.
Yep. And Funk Brewing, they do a really good job, and they're huge veteran supporters.
I love it. Well, obviously, they did a great job with this. So thank you guys. You guys did an awesome job. If you're watching, this is a fantastic beer, and I'm glad that Nick brought me a couple extras. So I will share them with my friends, which reminds me, I'm going to add you as a member of the Brewtang clan because we have a little group that we do.
Yeah.
We do tastings every month. We get together. We bring beers. We share beers.
Awesome.
We have a little group. It's a private group, so you're in, man. I'm
honored.
Yeah. So welcome to the Brewtang clan. You'll have to meet all those guys. They're great dudes. So a couple different things we're doing tonight. We have a new feature. I kind of put it on the on my page earlier. If anybody saw it, you can call in the show tonight. Call in the show. Say hi to me and Nick. be respectful. This is a family show, right? I mean, we're drinking beer. But, call in the show. Say what's up. Ask questions, right? The number is 860-591-1054. Call in to Just a Guy with a Beer. Say what's up. Say hi to Nick. Say hi to me. See what we're doing. Ask a question if you have one. Again, this is a family show, and I know that a lot of our veteran buddies are out there watching, and they want to call in and say some things that we normally wouldn't say in public. So just watch what you say. My mom's watching. So
Hi, Mom.
So it's 860-591-1054. Call in, Just a Guy with a Beer. Talk to me. Talk to Nick. We'll figure it out. And be patient with me because I haven't actually taken a call in the studio. We have our first caller, Nick.
Oh,
Here it comes. And they hung up. What? Here it is.
Hello.
hello.
Hey, you're on the air with Just a Guy with a Beer. Who's this? Where are you from?
Hey, it's Sean. I want to ask you something. Sorry.
Who's this? Hello? All right. Hey, it's John.
I think it was Sean.
Sean. Okay. So the first call on Just a Guy with a Beer was very unsuccessful. That was weird.
I think he was trying to let his dog out.
Yeah. Maybe he had the wrong number. I don't know. Oh, maybe this is Sean or John calling back. Just a Guy with a Beer. Who's this? Where are you from?
This is Ray Bones from Bristol, Connecticut.
What up, Ray Bones? What's going on, my man?
What's up, brother? Hey, man. Great show. Love the guest. Thank you guys both for, service. But I have a very serious question, and this is for the guest. How do you feel about pineapple on your pizza?
How do I feel? What?
About pineapple on your pizza.
Well, we do the Hawaiian pizza, which is ham and pineapple. Personally, I prefer bacon.
Okay.
And actually, I got a customer that gets it. They do pineapple and feta cheese and jalapenos. It's banging.
Ooh, with bacon.
I'm pretty open to any suggestions because come on, let's face it, beer, pizza, you can do anything with. You can have a good time.
Now, Ray, have you been to Two Brothers?
I have been to Two Brothers.
All right.
Ray, next time you come in, man, you should say something, and you can make your own pizza.
Listen, man, I appreciate it. I will. I'll probably have to take that recommendation of the jalapeno bacon and feta.
Yeah,
I
Pineapple too, right?
I'm not a pineapple guy.
It's got spice, savory, sweet, like a combo.
If anybody who watches my shows, I am a super anti-pineapple on my pizza
Are you
guy.
really?
I did try it, but
there was a method to my madness.
I would eat that.
I love pineapple.
So what?
Me too.
So
And actually,
what was your method, Ray? Well, I can't wait to hear this.
Okay.
What was your method?
What's my method to what?
You said there was a method to your madness. So what was that?
Because I know you're anti-pineapple on pizza.
All right.
So I wanted to hear it from the professional. The food guy, the beer guy, first the beer guy.
I love pineapple.
Food guy, but you know what I'm saying. But hey, man, I just wanted to call in real quick. You guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work. And
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Two
it.
Brothers, I will absolutely order a hot farm and a jalapeno bacon pineapple feta pizza.
Oh my God, I'm
We're
gonna
not
sit down and eat it
having
with
that. We're not having that on the tailgate on Friday night.
Now, buffalo chicken nachos.
Yes.
Oh,
So hey, this is Ray Bones. If you don't know, Ray and Chris Nodder, they do Not Sports right here on SNSN, and they do a great job. They talk about sports. We talk about I come on and talk about beer, but they do a great job, man. They do their picks on Friday, their football picks on Friday, and it's a fantastic show. And Ray, thanks for calling in, brother. And I will.
Absolutely, it's a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Guys have fun, all right?
We'll talk later, bro.
All right, later.
Take care. That's awesome. So Ray Bones from
Ray
Do Not
Bones.
Sports. That's my guy, man. That's,
love the name.
Yeah, he's an avid golfer, and the only downside to Ray, his significant other is a good friend of mine, and all these things are good, but he's a Pats fan.
I'm a Pats fan.
Ray. I'm not a hater.
Are you
but
Jets
I'm a
fan?
Giants fan. No,
Oh,
I'm not.
my
No,
wife.
hey, that's the only thing. Listen, we can all.
All right.
It's one thing we have in common. We all hate the Jets, right? And that's the other thing I say. Every time the Giants lose, I say, at least I'm not a Jets fan.
My wife's a hardcore Giants fan,
Yeah, I am too. I have a.
so I make her sleep at night with a little Patriots fan in the
That's a
blanket.
It's better than the Red Sox.
Oh,
I'm a huge Yankee fan too.
Yeah.
Me and Nod are see, that's a good thing because Chris on the other half of Do Not Sports.
Yep.
Nodder is a Giants Yankees fan, and Ray's a Patriots fan. I wouldn't say he's a Sox fan. He's only a Sox fan because
you're not.
he wants because we're not. He wants to break balls. So thanks for calling in, brother. I appreciate that. My first real call here on Just a Guy with a Beer was from my good friends at Do Not Sports. So check them out on their Facebook page, Do Not Sports, part of the Helms Media Group here, along with Kevin Skolchek, News Rocky, Fighting Fake News. He's in this studio Monday through Friday, 10 to 12. And it's a great show. Check that out as well. You can find his link on my page.
Okay.
So awesome. We got our first call, and it was pretty cool. All right, so we're drinking The Fallen from Funk Brewing. And what was the other brewing?
One Family
Brewing. It's dynamic. It's got a great taste, man. It's
their
really
motto
unique.
is one family, one team, one fight, and
That's it's kind of like the military.
that's it.
We got another call. I got to take this call.
All right.
Welcome to Just a Guy with a Beer. What's your name and where are you from?
Hi, my name is Joe.
Your name's Joe?
I have a question for the psychic.
Who's the psychic?
Are you?
I'm the psychic? Okay, Joe. Let's go.
When's the apocalypse?
When is the apocalypse?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whenever the Giants win a football game, that's the day. Because that actually the apocalypse will probably happen first.
Oh, all right. Well, is my girlfriend going to leave me?
Yes. Are you a Patriots fan?
I almost dropped an S-bomb.
What's that?
I almost said the F word.
That's okay. I say it all the time. There's no shame in that, man. Are you a Pats fan?
What are you doing?
You're a Patriots fan? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, your girlfriend is definitely going to leave you.
Oh, man. God, I have one word of advice, though, if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you get a caller and they're done, Scott, you had to hit call drop, dude.
I don't know how to do that. I hit that.
Did you?
Yeah.
So listening to the call with Ray.
You're a jackass. That was my good friend Ray Bones. I kind of had a feeling.
You had me going.
Yeah. At first, I was kind of hooked at first, but no. So I did. Oh, listen, I did. I hit the call drop button. Now, oh, jeez. Welcome to Just a Guy with a Beer. This, what's your name? Where are you from?
This is Doug from Groton.
Doug Capazzi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Allison.
Yes, that's Allison in the background. Doug's better half.
Yeah.
He's Doug's better half. The better looking of the two as well.
I'm not going to argue with that statement.
Listen, if my dog looked like you, I'd shave its ass and teach it to walk backwards.
I'm about to teach myself to walk faster.
Oh, Doug.
I got a face that can make a freight train take a dirt road.
What's going on, my brother? Listen, if you don't know, this is Doug Capazzi.
My kids play baseball.
This is Doug Capazzi. He is the organizer of the Irreverent Warriors Silky Hike Norwich. And we had one this year, last month. It was a huge success. You did a great job. You and the Guardians of the Purple Heart, the organization that you are with, you guys did an awesome job. So,
Thank you, sir.
As a veteran, I want to thank you for that. And
thank you.
I know you're already busy working hard for next year's.
Yeah, actually, I might have more of a leadership role when it comes to the Irreverent Warriors for 2021. So we're going to see what happens with that. But we've already started planning for next year's hike.
Awesome. And Doug, why don't you tell my listeners, I know I've talked about it before, but we might have some new listeners that don't necessarily know what the Irreverent Warrior Silky Hike is. So why don't you give us a quick synopsis of what we do?
Yeah, so the Silkies hike is just a hike that is for active duty veterans, National Guard, and reservists. And what it's designed to do is bring veterans together using humor and camaraderie to improve mental health and prevent veteran suicide. So we know all about veteran suicide, so we don't need to bring awareness to it. What we need to do is be more on the prevention end of everything. And that's what this hike is designed. It's a day to get together with the family. We hike around in our shorty shorts and sometimes with no shirts on, although some of us should be wearing shirts.
I will never take my shirt off. I promise you that.
And, it's a time for you to be yourself. And it's a very humbling day because you listen to other people's horror stories and you get to tell your horror story. And it's where you'll be listened to, you're understood, and you can get things off your chest. But more importantly, it's just a day to just be with family.
You actually, because of the Silky Psych, I've actually become friends with you, my friend Julianne, and a couple others. I mean,
I met some great people just
fantastic.
on that hike. It was awesome.
Yep.
I already can't wait till Reverend Warrior Silky Hike 2021. It also motivated me to do the Tough Ruck next year in Boston, so I'm doing that too. A little warm up for the real Silky Hike that we do here in Norwich.
It's a great organization, great people that go to it.
Yes,
and it truly does wonders. It helps
absolutely. People. So, hey, Doug, I appreciate you calling in and saying hello. I appreciate you. I know that Nick does too. You and Allison both for everything you guys do, not just for the regular community, but for the veterans community as well.
You're a bloody legend.
You
You are a bloody legend, sir.
Thank you. And I just want to bring something up to Niko real quick.
Yep.
I think I'm very close to my 100th Meat Lovers Pizza. So
I know. I was thinking about that last night.
Yeah. I think I'm within like one or two pizzas at this point. So as soon as I hit that 100, that's getting named after me.
What are we going to call it? You got to come up with 5 names we could pick from the hat.
All right, so the first one going in there is Doug Loves the Meat Lovers Pizza.
I think you need to stop at Doug Loves the Meat. Awesome.
Yeah, probably.
That's awesome, man.
I'll take a large Doug Loves the Meat.
Thanks for calling in, brother. I really appreciate it, man.
Thanks, guys. Good
All
job.
right. Take care now.
All right, bye.
Good old
Doug Capazzi and his lovely girlfriend, Allison. Yep. She does a great with Team Red, White, and Blue.
Yeah.
And those guys do so much, man. And we appreciate you guys. This whole Southeastern Connecticut community benefits from stuff that the two of them do. Yep. That they're involved in, and we love you and appreciate you all.
They've really paved the way for a lot of organizations.
Yes. Yep. So we talked a little about the Reverend Warriors, and there's another group, another great person that I met on the Silkies hike this year. Now he's a friend of mine. You know, he's a friend of yours from Salvage USA. Yeah, Jordan, and he does. I've talked about it a little bit on the show. Yeah. Salvage USA and what Jordan and his team do down there in Virginia, trying to help veterans in need. Not just when I say in need, I'm not talking about maybe a little bit financially too, but I'm talking about they need somebody to be with. They need that human touch. They need something to distract them from the nightmares and something to distract them from the things that they're going through. And Salvage USA does a great job. The dive, I saw the video from the dive trip they just went down. Oh, amazing.
I met Jordan through tragedy. Our friend Dan passed away, not because of veteran suicide, but other complications. Force Recon Marine, 10-year combat vet. It was Jordan's first team that he worked on. A mentor, a friend, a brother. So through tragedy, Jordan and a few others came up to do this ruck with us. It was a huge thing. My friend Odin Jameson that lives here in Montville, also friend of Dan's. And when you start fundraising for something, you do it with the intention of, helping people along the way. And that's what it's about. It's not for personal gain or being in the spotlight. It's about helping veterans and their families. Right. That's it. Yeah. And through that, we got to accomplish a huge goal. Like I said to you earlier, $2,500 we raised for Salvage USA and $2,500 for Doug towards the Reverend Warriors. And every nickel counts to make someone's life a little better.
And listen, they do a great job. Ever since I met Jordan I met him. In fact, you gave a little speech when we were on the town green in Norwich, and when you were done, you introduced Jordan to the team.
Yep.
And he told his story about your mutual friend. And as soon as it was over, man, I went over, gave the guy a hug. I mean, that's I'm not. That's huge. What you do. Right?
It's huge.
You don't just shake hands; you give hugs, and that's a big thing. We kind of connected. We talked a little bit. We exchanged business cards, and Monday I had an email in my inbox from Jordan, and we've talked a few times. We really are going to have a good discussion once his time with his wife. His wife just returned from sea, so Huyasi Warrior.
Yep.
She came back, and he's spending some time with her. Some well earned time. So whenever he's done, I would say you're never done spending time with your wife, but whenever he's got a few minutes to spare, we at Just the Guy of the Beer will talk to him about some future endeavors that him and I can work on together. So we also there's a lot of veterans organizations. Everyone has their American Legions and their VFWs, but we have other things too. We have Gold Star families, and I know the Gold Star families mean a lot to you.
Yes.
And you working on a project with them.
I'm just helping them out, kind of like liaison, just actually trying to connect them to this part of the state because they're in East Hartford. Marianne and Gary Roy, I believe his name is. They're not veterans, but they got huge hearts. They actually run the Iwo Jima Memorial Foundation up in New Britain. Okay,
well, yeah,
and
they have that memorial there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful memorial.
And they have a World War II rolling museum.
Oh, wow.
Exquisite.
I need to see that. My son would love that.
Oh my God, I seen pictures, and come spring he'd like to take it out and show it. I think we should do an event when this COVID craziness subsides.
Yeah.
It's important for people to know the past.
Definitely, you learn from the past when you learn about the past. So
and have a mutual respect for those that have served, and the ones that are still serving.
Yeah, I mean, especially the ones that paved the way, that really blazed the trail for us. As now I'm a veteran. I'm that guy now. The guy that I looked up to when I was a junior sailor. And, I'm the old guy now. Yeah. So you still carry yourself a certain way.
They look up to you, and
totally.
So what they're doing is they're raising money for the first Gold Star Memorial here in Connecticut, which astonishes me because there isn't one.
Right.
But the fact that they stepped forward to do this is absolutely ginormous. So we partnered up with the Fallen. We ordered 25 cases. We wrote a big fat check. When we open up next week, that's going to there. And so far from people, I have an ammo box that my friend Kill You Straight. She's a lady pinstriper. Mm-hmm. She did a real nice can for me with all the branches of the military.
Beautiful.
People have already given $300.
That's great, man. So I love that.
It's important, especially since Doug and I's good friend Frank Adamski. He was the first Gold Star father that I met. Is actually from this way. His son Frank was killed in Afghanistan.
And you had an event at your restaurant.
Correct.
I was there for that too. So
were you really?
I was there for that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's awesome, man. And you guys do a great job with all that stuff, man. And it's important with the honor and remember, folks.
Yep.
It's awesome. So I thank you for that on behalf of all the veterans, everybody in the area, man. I thank you, Nick, for that and everything that you guys do.
There's some really great organizations, and shout out to Jim Partika from Spartacus Foundation.
Yeah, that's a great organization
Deb McGrath, they do an awesome job.
Yes, Deb does a great job with everything. Yeah,
she got a big heart.
She does. And listen, I've done some events, and she just called me up randomly and said, "Hey, you want to go see Toby Keith tonight?" And we got backstage passes, and we just
awesome.
And I did. I mean, it was. Yeah. She does a great, man. She's a big friend of the veterans, and I love people like that because they're not looking for the recognition, right? She's probably, if she's listening, she's probably embarrassed right now.
She's one of the reasons why I really got into doing what I did.
Awesome, man. Thank you. So thank you, Deb, for that. So
thank you, Deb.
Yes. So before we continue, we're going to take care of a little bit of business. If you're in the market for a used vehicle at a great price, head on down to G&S Auto Sales in Franklin, Connecticut. Take a look at their great selection. BMW, Audi, Dodge, Chevy, Ford, and so much more. Whether it's an oil change, brake repair, or the check engine light, let Pat Wendy and their team of professionals take care of all your automotive needs. That's GNS Auto Sales, located on Route 32 in Franklin, Connecticut. Give them a call at 860-383-0050 or find them on the web at www.gnsautosales.llc.com. Epicure Brewing is a craft brewery based in Norwich, Connecticut that seeks to enable great experiences featuring their beer, friends, and lots of laughs. Bring your own friends or make new ones while enjoying the freshest quality beer around. Epicure Brewing is located at 40 Franklin Street in historic downtown Norwich, Connecticut. Find them on the web at www.epicurebrewing.com and on Facebook at Epicure Brewing. Hashtag Epicure Brewing for life. Great folks there at Epicure, and I thank them for their friendship and their sponsorship.
Good people.
Great people. And speaking of great people, if you got a taste for exquisitely crafted beer and a pub grub with a fruity flair, then these guys brewing company on Franklin Street in Norwich, Connecticut has got what you're craving. Enjoy a variety of classic and unique craft beers brewed on site and indulge in a delicious meal with seasonal dishes from their scratch kitchen. Check them out on Facebook or online at theseguysbrewing.com to stay up to date with their freshest beer, current menu, and upcoming events. These Guys Brewing Company, where it's all about good times, great food, and fantastic craft beer. And I would like to another shout out to my friend Laura. She runs Unify Marketing, and she does a great job. If you've been to my website, and anybody who's been to my website, it's www.justaguywithabeer.com. Laura worked tirelessly over the last few months to get my website up and running. It looks fantastic.
Bravo.
So thank you, Laura, at Unify. Yeah. And Unify is a local full-service marketing and branding agency that helps your business strategize, develop, and implement a marketing plan using the best platforms and materials to connect you with the right customers quickly. Find them on Facebook at Unify CT or Instagram at Unify_CT, or call Laura directly at 860-326-6003. And this is one of my favorite sponsors because this guy, listen, I'm a huge Giants fan, but this guy, my buddy, you got to check him out, man. You got to go to his website. It's Mr. Beardo. His beard oils and tattoo juice are the highest quality, no BS oils on the market. All hand and homemade to meet specific needs of everyone's beards and ink. I personally use it, and I have them right here on the desk, and I can tell you right now that they're 100% legit. So get your beard pumping and your tattoo popping. You can find them at www.mrbeardo. That's MRBEARDO.com.
Sweet.
Yeah, Mr. Beardo, man. Dana, I love you, brother. It's one of the biggest Giants fans I know. And you know what? He lives in Gloucester, Massachusetts, man. You don't find a lot of Giants fans in Gloucester, Mass. So he's, listen, we call him Mr. Beardo because his beard is like down past his belt. And every Sunday for the Giants games, he decorates it. He spray paints it blue and red with the Giants logo. It's awesome. And they've done spots on him for Bud Light. The Giants Network, MSG, has done stuff at his house. He's got a cool Giants cave. It's awesome. And so thank you guys for your dedication to your crafts and everything you guys do. Thank you for believing in Just a Guy with a Beer and sponsoring. It means a lot to me, and it helps keep my show going. So this is episode 15 of Just a Guy with a Beer, and I have the Greek Freak on, my man Nick, and he's here in the house. We're drinking some The Fallen, and it's some great West Coast IPA. We got a couple other beers we want to get to, but we're having a great conversation. And if you want to call in and join in, please give us a call at 860-591-1054. You can talk to Just a Guy with a Beer. You can talk to Nick.
Is that Tupac?
That's Tupac, man. I got Tupac right there too. Yeah, man. I'm
drinking out of Tupac's glass.
You are drinking that. I got Biggie. So I got the two goats. And Biggie's on top of these guys growler too. Yeah. So hey, speak. As I say, we got a caller. Let's check it out. Welcome to Just a Guy with a Beer. What's your name and where you're from?
Scott.
Yeah.
Scott.
Yes.
Joe Smith, buddy. You know where I'm from.
Joe, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
So you don't. Joe is Mr. Subbets. Mr. Subbets.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that little shout out. I always wanted to say long time listener, first time caller. I thought that would be reserved, for someone else, but hey, man, I'm glad it's you.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling in, man, and I hope that you're doing well. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, man, I'm doing great. I hope you are too. I love what you're doing. I'm following you on Facebook. I was watching you and Niko, and I wanted to propose something to you.
Okay.
Shoot.
So I've been trying to do this like sea stories blog for a while
Okay.
at Subvets. And I'm trying to get Mr. Tom Connors, if you don't know him, from frequenting the bar.
Oh, yeah.
He's 83 years old this year. He's got the best sea stories ever.
Yeah.
But anyway, how about we do just a guy with a beer, and we invite some people in to come tell sea stories on your show.
Dude, you know I'm all about it because I'm a military man. I'm a veteran, but first and foremost, I'm a submarine sailor, and I'll always be a submarine sailor. You want to invite me to Subvets to talk sea stories? I am in.
You guys are a rare breed.
I'm in, brother. You listen. Shoot me a text or an email. We'll work it out. I'm all in.
Yeah, I've been trying to set this up for years, but I wanted to do it with Tom Connors first.
Definitely.
And he's very like, I don't want to be on camera. But watching your show, I definitely want to get this going. And you can set up on the second floor.
Yes, on the stage.
We'll invite some old salties.
Yes, I'm in. I am
definitely
in.
want to listen on that.
Yes. This is a great idea, bro. I'm in. Let's send me a message, and we'll get the deets, and we'll work it out, and we'll make this happen.
All right, and two other things. I'm going to give a shout out to your branded bills.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
dude. Yeah, this is my favorite. We the people. Yeah, they make great stuff. Branded bills make great stuff.
I have it. I love it. I've turned a bunch of people onto it, and I'll holler at Niko too. I've seen you on the quarantine stuff, and now it's this Connecticut Beer Fest.
My man,
you're a freaking savage,
dude. I love you.
Awesome.
I've been watching you, man.
You just got some huge brownie points.
Yeah, Joe's good people, man. I met him at Subvets.
I love what they do.
Subvets, they do great stuff, and he's done so much for the club. It went from a basically your grandfather's basement to Joe's done so many great things. And there's a brand new bar. There's a new smoke eater. There's all these great things that he's done, and it's made it such a nice place.
If I can ever do anything for you, brother, give Scotty a call and forward my information. Love to help you out.
Yeah, absolutely. You can come down to the bar and do some beer trucks, bro.
Let's do it.
My God.
Yeah, but you have to do Schlitz because they got Schlitz on tap.
I love Schlitz.
Yeah, let's do it. Down. We're in. We're in, Joe.
All right, Scott. I'll send you a text, brother. I love you, guy. I love you what you're doing.
Great meeting you. Thank you.
Great.
Hey, one more thing before you go. Roll Tide Roll.
Yeah, roll Tide Roll.
You got it. You better win Saturday.
Later.
All right, take it there, brother.
Wow, that was awesome.
Yes, that's Joe Smith from Subvets. We used to work together before I had the job I have now. We worked.
That's fantastic.
In the office together. So he's great, man.
I'll invite you to it. It's funny.
Yeah, he's good. Joe's good people, and he's he's a submarine sailor, and he's just all about it, man. And the veterans, and especially the older guys, because the Subvets.
I love listening.
It's great, and that's a fantastic idea. I am 1,000% in on that, man. That's going to happen.
If you need anything to help you out, I'm always here to help.
Yeah, I do. Listen, we're losing the World War II guys at an alarming rate. I mean, listen, there's not very many left. I mean, World War II has been over for 75 years. Dude.
Because of Doug and Marvin Goldie, Subvet I was telling you about, they met Rocco. I don't know Rocco's last name. He's in he flew in World War II, Burma.
Wow.
He was part of not Doolittle's. Oh my God, I forgot. Damn beer.
Yes. But yes,
Merrill's Marauders.
Merrill's Marauders. Yes.
So he's still alive. He's in Groton at old folks' home. He's trying to break out. We should help him.
We should help him get out. Bring him down to Subvets. And
he loves anchovy pizzas.
Yeah, we'll bring him down to Subvets, give him some anchovies, and have him tell some stories on air. That's good. That's a great idea. And thank you, Joe, for that idea. But we are going to do everything we can do to make that happen. It will happen. So
that's awesome.
It'll be. I was looking for another idea where I can go off on my own and do some kind of like a segment. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be weekly. Maybe like every other week, and that's it right there. I don't need to go look any further. That's it.
Yep.
So Sea Stories with Just a Guy with a Beer.
What are you doing for November 11th? Are you doing a special segment?
I'm going to do something. I was thinking about going, depending on weather. I was thinking about maybe going down to the submarine memorial, World War II memorial in Groton under the bridge,
Beautiful place.
the Flasher Memorial, and doing a show live from there, broadcasting the ceremony that they do every year live. So we'll see. I mean, it depends on whether the COVID situation, if they even have it.
Yep.
So because most of those people are older and they're susceptible to the disease, and we don't want to lose any of them that way. So
No, sir.
we got time to think about it, and I think we could probably come up. If I talk to you, we could definitely come up with something worthwhile to do. So, restaurant business. We talked a little bit about COVID, and you're in the restaurant business, obviously. And did you guys struggle at all? And what did you do to try to stay afloat there?
So when COVID hit, obviously it was a shock for everybody. A lot of frenzy. We adapted well because the staff all had some great ideas. Everybody brought something to the table, whether it worked from the past or it didn't work at all. We represented again in a different format.
Right.
So we did really well with takeout. Knock on wood. Community and customers were phenomenal. When outdoor restaurants started back up, we were hesitant about opening up. We wanted to see what the do's and don'ts would be. So we waited a couple weeks, actually 3 to be exact, and we felt it. We felt the pain. So business had dropped off, and then we made adjustments, talked to the health department, see what we had to do, and they gave us some great CDC guidelines, some great support. Uncas Health, nothing bad to say about them. They've been great. So we went to 50%, 8 tables, 2 pub tables near the bar, plexiglass, the whole 9 yards, masks. I was referred to as the Nazi mask guy.
Listen, I hate the masks, and I'm sure that everybody does. Yeah. But you gotta do what you gotta do to keep your business open, man.
And there wasn't that thing like, I can't wait to get up in the morning and wear a mask all day. Whippy.
Right. Yeah. I'm not a fan, but hey, my friends that want to keep their business open, man, you're helping them out,
And that's it. I mean, it's we didn't go to the 75% yet. We wanted to wait.
Yep.
We have some things in the works as to putting up glass between tables. Actually a Navy vet friend of mine, submariner, also retired, Skip Stangeland, fantastic human being. He was on the USS Skate.
Nice.
He
old boats,
great carpenter. He's building me these bar stands for the bar to move around, plexiglass, real craftsman stuff.
Nice.
So him and his wife Karen, huge supporters, just really good, solid, genuine people. That's it.
That's great. And that's we keep talking about it, but that's the veteran community right there, man.
Yeah.
Helping one another, whether it's donating some money or just going over and mowing someone's grass, or just, hey, can you come over and give me a hand moving this refrigerator?
Yeah.
Just whatever it takes, man. And it's not just, most veterans won't limit that to just veterans. Yep. They'll do it for anybody.
Yep.
And that's what makes us great, man. That's what makes this community something to be proud of all the time. And,
you hear something on Facebook and other friends have reached out to me, or I've given information to be like, there is a family in need, veteran, or, mother, father lost their lives, they got the kids.
Right.
Whatever the aspect is, or whatever the situation, network, it's like wildfire goes out there. All of a sudden, somebody shows up this doorstep they don't know.
Right.
I'm here to shovel your garden or take the snow off the roof.
Right.
I'm like, because so-and-so said you needed help.
Right. Because, that's the thing. You don't think about it, right? You just go and do it. And the networking thing is a huge part of it, because, when I made chief petty officer, that was one of the biggest things they say, networking, because if you need something, there's somebody that knows somebody, or they'll go do it themselves. Yep. And it's not unique to the Navy. It's not. It's all branches of the service, and that's what I love most about being part of it, because a lot of people I know, they retired and they wanted to get far away from the whole
And I do
military,
know-
and,
yeah,
and that's cool.
I
I
get
get it. I get that. But I'm here and I love it, and I love the people around us. I love our community. This is to me, this is one of the best towns you could possibly live in. I love it here. The community is all great. There are lots of veterans that live here.
Yep.
There's still a lot of active duty guys that live here, but it's just this area because we
That's
have
good.
the National Guard here, we have the Navy here. There's so many different things that go on here, and it's full of really good people. And we got another call coming in.
Fantastic.
This ought to be. We'll see who this one is coming up. You never know what's going to happen. Let's check it out. Welcome to Just a Guy with a Beer. What's your name? Where are you from? What? Hey, this is Just a Guy with a Beer. What's your name and where are you
Hello?
from? Hello.
Hey, it's John. I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The guy with the dog.
Yeah, it's just a guy with a dog.
You there?
Who's there? I guess John, just a guy with a dog, is gone.
So it is John. Well, at least we got that squared away.
It could have been. I know a lot of Johns.
I hope he calls back.
I hope John, if you're listening, get your dogs under control there.
Call us back.
Call us back. We want to hear what you had to say, man. Whatever you had. If it was important for him to pick up the phone and call us,
Yeah.
then he had something cool to say. I'm sure. Maybe he
Twice.
wanted to know about where you could get the Fallen. Maybe he wanted to know if you had. I don't know.
It's
Yep.
a real beard.
You got a meatball Parmesan sandwich over there.
That's what the pockets are for.
So, John, if you're listening, call us back, man. Get your dogs, let them out, do whatever you got to do. And I just wanted to get to, and if John calls, we'll interrupt this. So I do a segment every week. I started a few weeks ago when I had the awesome guys from Do Not Sports on, and we the great debate. The great debate that week was the greatest quarterback of all times, and it's no doubt who that is. It's Tom Brady. Okay, I mean, as much as I hate to say it, it's Tom Brady. We all know that. We've talked about lots of things. The greatest movie of all times, and why is it Top Gun? Because it is Top Gun. I don't care what anybody says. It's Top Gun. This is my show. It's Top Gun.
I love Top Gun.
We did a lot of different things. We did, one hit wonders. This week was very interesting. I decided we're going to talk about peanut butter and jelly.
I saw that last night.
Yeah.
Interesting fact.
There was a lot of interesting combinations. Like, I think I went through all of them today. This morning I was looking. Most people like smooth peanut butter. That's the consent. There are people that like crunchy, which I'm not opposed to. I like the crunchy once in a while.
If it's all I had,
It does.
it's crunchy.
Yeah. If it's peanut butter.
I like it creamy.
But a lot of people, I like the smooth peanut butter, and I like either grape or strawberry jelly. But I had people that are like, jelly's gross. I like the jam. I had one person, my good friend Lynn. She said she likes to put a slice of tomato and mayonnaise on her peanut butter.
I saw that and I was like, whoa.
What?
I'm like, whatever you're drinking, lady, I applaud you.
Weird.
Bravo. I was like, but
you know what? Hey,
I'm not
people like
opposed
what
to
they
trying
like,
it.
man.
It
Yeah.
might be good.
It might be good. I'm not trying it. I'm just going to take her word for it.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it because what you recommended.
No, I'm not going to do it. That
Maybe
was
after a 6-pack of beer.
one of the best peanut butter and jellies I've ever had is on toasted peanut butter and jelly. Toasted peanut butter and jelly slaps, brother. Like, especially when the peanut butter gets kind of melted and the jelly is watery.
Oh, my mom used to buy that peanut butter and jelly that was mixed. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
Goober grape.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
oh,
That's still out there. You can still get Goober
love
grape,
that.
dude. Yeah. Goober grape was awesome.
probably terrible for you.
It's
But
probably really bad for
whatever.
you, but it's like a mix. If Goober grape is a mix, it's like striped peanut butter and jelly. It's in the same jar. Yeah.
I like grape. I think I was more
And what-
traditional.
I'm a grape. I like strawberry first and then grape.
Yep,
And I like the smooth. But you know what really makes the PB&J? The bread.
damn right. Potato bread. I like
Oh.
potato bread. Like
All right.
potato.
Yeah.
Toast.
Okay.
It's got that sweetness in the bread.
Yeah. Listen, Wonder Bread.
Hey, you know who you should talk to is and if Joe Bina, if you're listening out there, you know what I'm talking about, is Matt Johnson from Matthew's Catering. I know he's been talking, whispering in your ear about the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That man is a plethora of knowledge.
On the peanut butter and jelly?
Holy cow. He was telling me at the restaurant a couple weeks ago, I was drooling at the mouth.
Really?
I'm like, so, there's some great aspects out there. I've heard with potato chips in there.
I think it was Becca from these guys said there was apricot jam.
I love apricot.
Yeah, smooth peanut butter with. I think she said smooth peanut butter. Becca, if you're watching, right now, please comment what you said. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was smooth peanut butter with apricot, and that
Yummy.
sounded pretty awesome.
I'm in.
I'll try that. That one. I'm not doing this the slice of tomato because I don't eat tomatoes.
I love her food over at these guys. Fantastic.
Yeah,
their brunch,
fantastic,
killer.
Fantastic. They have. Sometimes I look at their specials and I want to drive directly over there.
I did. That's maybe a couple years ago. Tom Maynard from Revival was doing a beer dinner there, so my wife and I were there. Holy Mother of God! The spread they put out was absolutely next to nothing. I couldn't believe it. Everything was to die for. So bravo.
Nice. Everything is always good over there. I've never had bad food there.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, their nachos are primo too. So I have a couple people that are chiming in here on Facebook Live, right? My buddy Jim Sinnott, he says toasted Russian rye, creamy peanut butter, no jelly.
Whoa.
All right, Jim.
Okay.
Listen, you know what I like? I like toasted peanut butter and butter.
So do I.
Everyone likes that. And or with bananas.
So good for you.
Yeah, peanut butter and bananas on toast.
Quality. And fluff too. I like fluff.
I'm not a fluff guy.
Only
like
with
fluff.
bananas
Gross.
and peanut butter.
Yeah, I'm not it. My wife, her peanut butter and jelly on a toasted bagel. That's not too bad. But so I'm going to say something. My wife likes peanut butter and jelly with Doritos.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's first of all, no.
There's a concept.
That's disgusting.
I like an English muffin.
Disgusting. Nope. She's been trying to. Well, we've been together. It'll be 19 years next month, and I have still to this day, I have not tried peanut butter. That's a bet. That's when we bet something. We bet if you lose, you got to eat peanut butter and jelly with Doritos.
I think that'd be a great fundraiser for you.
This might be her. I'm afraid to answer this call. Hang on a second. This is just a guy with a beard. What's your name? Where are you from? Hey.
I'm Allison from Manitoba, Canada.
Oh, well, is this Captain Canada?
It is Captain Canada.
Yes, Alice, my friend from Canada, my favorite Canadian.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. So, what's going on tonight? What's on your mind?
Actually, I'm not really into craft beers, but I want to try some. What's a good beer to start with?
Well, I don't know about Canada. What you guys got up there? I don't know. I'd have to come up there and check it out. You're in Manitoba, right? You're out there by the Calgary, and yeah.
You should look into Collective Arts. They're from Canada.
Yeah,
they're
okay.
Collective Arts is on the eastern side of Canada, though. I think, right? Toronto.
Where's Manitoba from?
Manitoba's towards the
Right beside
central.
Ontario.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
There.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, I rode up through there a couple years ago. We rode to Milwaukee, then up through Canada, across Ontario, and came down into Vermont.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah. Don't ever run out of gas. But you got some great breweries up in Canada that way. You know, why don't you start off with what kind of beer do you drink now? Don't you at all? You should start off with something like, honest to God, this is how I've gotten more from ladies drinking beer is Lindemann's Framboise. So it's
it's raspberry framboise.
Raspberry. It's a Belgian raspberry fruit beer. It's got a little tartness, but a lot more sweetness. It's a dessert beer, but honest to God, it's a beer, and you would love it.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I like? You know what my favorite Canadian beer is? Duncan Keith's.
What?
Ooh, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, that's the bomb. So I have some good friends that are up from the Newfoundland area.
Yeah.
There are some motorcycle club guys that they're kind of they ride with us a lot up there in Canada, and they always bring down some Duncan Keith's when they come, and it's always my favorite. It's like
Scottish based. Scottish.
I don't know what it is, but it's delicious, man. It's an IPA. I know that.
Yeah,
it comes in a cool green can, and it's delicious.
Because La Fin du Monde is
La Fin du Monde is good. Yeah, they're from Montreal though, right?
Yeah, yep. They make some great Belgian style beers. Going into the craft, obviously there's other Pilsners and lagers.
Maybe we should go. Just a guy with a beer goes to Canada.
That would be awesome.
Let's go. Just a guy with a beer goes to Manitoba.
But I would definitely look into doing fruited beers, like the Lindemans or some of even like fruity sours, like Goza.
Yeah. They probably have. I mean, listen, I'd say probably the craft beer community up in Canada is probably pretty lit.
Yeah,
I'm not.
killing it up there.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, but I'm going to get familiar with that. I'm getting on board with the Canadian beers.
You should. If Scott's got your address, let me pass it on to me. I'll send you something.
There you go.
I'll send it to Canada.
We'll send you something.
Why
Yeah,
not?
you got this.
Perfect.
Message me your address. I'll take care of you.
I'll put a little sampler pack for you.
There you go.
That's it.
Sweet. And by the way, I don't like pineapple on my pizza.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Woo, Canada. Awesome. Hey, thanks for calling, kid. I appreciate you.
Absolutely love your show.
Yes, you're the best. I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I'll totally send something to Canada for her. Throwing some swag in there.
Yeah.
Find out her shirt size. I'll throw shirt in there.
I met her. We've never met, but we met through Facebook. We met. There's a beer group a booze group that I met. It's not just beer. It's booze, and there's a lot of Canadians in there. I think it's probably all the moderators are all Canadian. So, but I got invited to it, and I met these awesome people.
Yep, that's fantastic.
They started following my show, and Allison started following the show. She calls me Captain America. I call her Captain Canada. And it's pretty cool. It's a cool friendship, man. And that's the first time that she's called. Obviously, the first time she's called in because this is the first time I've done it.
Actually, I've been talking to a gentleman. He's Greek, from Canada, Ontario. They have a Greek American or Greek Canadian motorcycle association called Adelphia. So he reached out to me. I'm going to call him. He wants to start the first Greek American chapter.
Let's go.
In Connecticut.
That's awesome.
And what's better? I mean, gotta love Canadians.
Yeah, I do. Listen, they talk funny and they drink weird beers, but
they got damn good whiskey.
Poutine.
Oh, yes.
Poutine is like one of the best things ever.
But the real poutine with cheese curds, baby.
Yeah, dude.
Smothered in there.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. And I appreciate the Canadians and my friends with that ride for the Defenders.
Yep.
It's a huge.
That was a great ride, by the way.
Oh,
I was there.
Okay, so you know those guys. So
I did for Doc Reyes.
Okay,
yep.
So those guys are awesome. I have some very good. My buddy Lenny's up there, and we used to meet. I think we're going to go next August up in Maine. They ride down, and we ride up, and we meet in Maine, Great Pond, Maine, and we do a long weekend. And it's like a little reunion.
Tell them they did an outstanding job and really put a great thing together. Beautiful shirts. Nice job, you guys.
Yeah, they're great. And I've got some other stuff.
I was happy to bring some people along and really represent that community. They did a good job, and it was for a meaningful cause. I know the family flew in from Texas that day. They did a nice job.
Nice. That's good stuff, man. They're the Canadian, the Defenders. Most of those guys, I think maybe all of them are ex-military as well. I mean, there's so many veteran motorcycle groups.
What's Lenny's last name?
Canan.
Okay.
Yep. And he's a great dude, man. And I met so many brothers from his group, and
solid people.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're just really good people, man.
Yep.
And I have never met a Canadian person I didn't like. So
me neither.
I'm a hockey guy too, so
I got 3 friends that live in Canada, and they're
the nicest people. Yeah, they're so nice.
Yep.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna go back on that. I am gonna say, so I went to Montreal. I went to see a hockey game up there years ago to see the Bruins play against the Canadians, and I was not very welcomed by them. There was some good natured ribbing in the bars, but when we got to the Molson Center, I was not treated well.
That's too bad.
You know what? Listen,
and you're an awesome.
That's a whole. Man. That's a whole nother topic of conversation. We could have about fandom and what's too far, because some people will just go too far.
Yes,
it's sports. It's not life and death.
Right.
I enjoy good natured ball busting, but some people they go too far. They take it way too extreme. And when I go to somebody else's arena or a field or a stadium or a ballpark, whatever it is, I've been to Fenway to see the Yankees lots of times. I'm not trying to start any trouble, man. You know what I mean?
No,
First of all,
just
now I'm 50. I'm definitely not trying
No,
to
you're
start
there
any
for a
trouble.
good time.
I'm there to go watch a ball game, man. I'm not trying to.
It's okay to ball bust a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's all in good fun.
But those, I mean, I will say that ever since they came back in 2004 and beat us, it's been a little bit better. I'm more well received at Fenway than I was prior to that. So I've been threatened to be thrown off the tee. I've been threatened to throw under the tee. And I'm just trying to go enjoy the game, man.
Like,
I don't.
how could you love this face?
Right? I mean, seriously. So yeah, it's sometimes people go too far, but other than Canadians fans, I wasn't a big fan of the whole. I thought people from Montreal were rude.
I've been there twice, and
Beautiful city, by the way. Beautiful city.
Yeah, the majority I've come across they're rude.
Yeah, they're rude people,
It's like,
man.
Take it easy.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not here to hurt anybody.
right. I'm just here to enjoy a hocky game, man. I'm trying to enjoy
eat
your
some-
food and
eat some good food, have some beers.
yeah, enjoy some hockey
Yeah.
and take in the local scenery.
Yeah.
Because like I said, Montreal's a beautiful city, but
The best exchange rate is at the strip joints.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yep. That was
They don't. I do.
back
I
when I was
heard
single.
a friend told me they don't like when you throw lunars at them. So a friend told me that. I said I don't know from experience.
Well, they're all owned by Greeks
In Toronto,
in Montreal.
yeah, Toronto. I've also been in Toronto,
Yeah.
and Toronto is a great city.
I would love to go there.
I went for a weekend up there with some friends to go see the Yanks play the Blue Jays, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Toronto people in Toronto are great.
I heard it's the opposite of Montreal. So
Yeah,
But
it's
I'd
beautiful,
really love
great
to go.
city, and it's cool. The people are awesome. So Canada, you rock, man.
my hats
It's
off.
time to go back. Yeah, time to go back. It's been a while since I've been, so I think it's time to.
We'll take the COVID
guys.
bus.
We take the Just a Guy with a Beer show on the road, and we go to Canada.
Oh my god.
Let's go. Load up the van. Yeah. Well, see now, my friend Allison, she chimed in now. Here's another great debate. We'll have a quick one. Timmy's. She says Timmy's rules. Tim Hortons. I'm assuming she means Tim Hortons.
I love that place.
I do not like it. Their coffee tastes like wood.
No, I don't eat the
Their donuts are
coffee,
top of the
but
line.
the breakfast
Yeah.
was fantastic, especially when you're a biker and you're on a long trip. It's a great place to go. Except for the cops, they look at you all funny with all the patches.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
And crossing the border.
I'm not affiliated with anybody.
Oh.
We're just veterans riding. We're like, okay.
The phone's ringing. We got time for one more call here before we got to say goodnight. Let's check it out. This is Just a Guy with a Beer. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hello.
Hello?
This is Brian Kearns.
Oh, wow. It's like a reunion up in here. What's up, my man?
Hello?
Hello? You there?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Kernsey?
Hello?
Kernsey? Well, I guess Kernsey's having some difficulties here. But this is my buddy Brian. We're in the Navy together. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he hung up. Is he trying to call back? No. No.
Bummer.
Yeah. I haven't talked to Kernsey in a while. So here's a quick story about Kernsey. Him and I served together. He was he was on the Admiral staff. We both were on the Admiral staff. And he was the Admiral's writer. He, like, anytime the Admiral needed some admin done, he just went to Kernsey. He was a yeoman, and he just did it. And I was the staff torpedoman. And we kind of hit it off together. We both liked a lot of the same things. And great dude. We did a speed trip to Richmond, Virginia one time to see a race. We drove down the night before, stayed in the worst possible hotel we could possibly stay in. Because you go down for the NASCAR race, you go the night before, you're not getting a hotel the night before.
Everything's booked.
Everything's booked. And we stayed in the Roach Motel. There was bed bugs. It was bad.
Oh.
I slept in my clothes on top of the sheets. My bags were up on the counter. It was bad. And but we had a good time. So Kernsey was a surface guy, and he was always like a writer. And then he went and he decided he was going to go, after being around submariners, he decided to be a man and go be a submariner. And he went to, but I would say he went to be a man, but he went to be half a man because he went to a boomer. We call it boomers in the Navy, which are Trident class submarines. Okay. He went down to Georgia and went on a deployment. Well, I wouldn't even say deployment. He went on a ride on a boomer, and he earned his dolphins. So I was very proud of him. I'm still proud of him. He made chief, and He retired. I think he retired as a chief petty officer, submarine qualified. So, Kearnsey, I'm sorry we couldn't connect. Maybe next time, send me a message and we'll get you on. But I'm proud of you, brother, and you done good, man. And it's good to see your kids growing up. So I'm gonna get a chance to talk to you soon. So that's just about it for tonight. I told you it was gonna go by fast, man. We've already been on for almost an hour and a half.
Damn, that's crazy.
So that's it for tonight for Just a Guy with a Beard, episode 15 for October 14th, 2020. The Greek Freak has been on, Nick Alevras, and we've had a great time. We talked about veteran stuff. We talked about pizza. We talked about the restaurant and how much the veteran community really means to us. So, brother, I thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it, man. This is probably the first of you're going to be back on. I'm telling you right now.
Honored.
You're coming back, dude. And
truly honored.
I really appreciate you taking the time out tonight. I know you're busy, man, and with everything going on with the restaurant.
You're way busier than I am. Holy mama.
I appreciate you, man, and everything you do, and you guys doing great things.
Thank you. You also, brother.
There in Salem. It's the Two Brothers restaurant in Salem, Connecticut on Route 85. Check them out. Great food, great beer selection. So maybe we'll do a show one night from Two Brothers. Let's do it, man. Let's plan it.
I'm closed on Sundays, so we can do it then.
Let's do it when the people are in there. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. We'll figure it out. We got time.
That'd be awesome.
All right, so that's about it for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. Next week, we'll be back on the regular time Monday night, and I hope to see you there. I'll announce my guest in the great debate later on this week. So from all of us here at Just a Guy with a Beer and Helms Media Group, for Do Not Sports, News Rocky, and the Greek Freak, thanks for watching, guys. Please take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. Be healthy, and definitely do not beer shame your friends. Good night, everybody.
That was